Forsaken, abandoned to the dark, what choice but to follow the flame? To seize the world with this fire is to see it burn first.
Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 10 of our Astragoth Ironhand Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here a turn later once again where Grease's Goldtooth was caught trying to lay an ambush for us. The big fat lard, you tried it. Let's go ahead and send Astragoth straight on in. Got some more gold and laborers to accrue. Give us a close victory. Yeah, the Rhinox are going to be a little bit terrifying. How fast are they? 75 as opposed to 62, so Rhinox are faster than both Centaurs. So they're going to get to do their damage regardless. We'll make sure that the Red Rust and the Charred Drake are focusing them down because that is by far their most dangerous units. And then we'll circle to going after the Fire Belly and the likes of Greases. He does have Piercing Bolts of Burning and the Flame Storm, so our Drossar Warriors and our Blunderbusses are in a little bit of danger here, but I think we can handle them. It's kind of almost a natural choke point. We'll take it to the field. Alright, so we want to deploy. Okay, so there's a little bit of a hill, or a ridge in the hill that kind of stops us from getting a ton of distance from them. So let's go ahead and deploy the artillery on this kind of hill. Both of them got to be in the same general area. We'll go shotgun lads. Not a lot of good spots for you. Either way, let's go ahead and deploy them up front here. The enemy's gonna be charging straight over after us. We'd prefer our blunderbusses to get some nice damage in. I'll go ahead and grab laborers and then shield warriors for extra backup. We do want a kind of compact unit ourselves, but we want to be able to keep firing through what's happening here. So let's go ahead and have the other laborers set up here. Laborers, and then the double squad of great weapon warriors. Oh. It's Ravagers, and then the others. We'll go defensive here, and then Kevin can be rolling with Astragoth. Alright, sweet. Looks like they are really lacking for ranged besides the Maneater pistols. So we'll have them up front firing here against that group right off the bat. And same thing with the Demon Barge. We'll try to keep it moving over the top here, away from our own shotgun units if we can. Magmasbara. Alright, so with the single entities, all of our infantry. They're all going to be in guard mode this time. Missiles, and then the Bull Centaurs. Let it begin. Go ahead and blast those Sky Striders. Gonna post you up here, get that more power so we can get in position a little bit faster. Orc laborers up front, boys. There we go. Start dropping those Sky Striders. And we're gonna have you go after them and actually slow them down with the Ash Storm. Launch the goods towards them as well if we can here. Yeah, we tried to go for boom. This one's doing maximum damage. Keep blapping those Sky Striders. Everyone else is kind of let's move forward or sideways so we can deal with the flanking units here. Shotguns, let's go ahead and rotate. Alright, where are those Sky Striders at? Not very scared of you, I can't lie. Make sure you're blasting them, though. Bring everyone on back. We'll make sure the Taruk is ready with the Colossal Strike to catch them. The Fireball's coming back. Go ahead and speaking of fireballs, getting torn up a little bit there. Weaken them and fall back. Go Armor of Contempt for everyone up front here. Start falling back. You two go after these saber tusks. Come on then, hold the line. Break the saber tusk pack for me. Red Bulls, let's go ahead and jump. Ooh, the fire noodles got whooped on by the powder guts. Gonna skate across, we'll go ahead and send you straight into this group of lads. Cinder Blast shell here. Magma Zakazaz. Go ahead and turn back around. Let's make sure the Rust is blasting into this group because we are getting flanked quite unfortunately. Red Bull's not really going to enjoy the fight with the powder guts, but someone's got to do it. Drop the bomb on these clowns. Then come on back. Let's go ahead and go for another Ash Storm here. Well, we stopped him from moving, but a little bit too late, so maybe the shotguns could get him. Can I come on and help out? Circle here. Keep them all kind of fighting the same unit. You come on back over and help out with this group. Alright, Demon Barge, you're getting hit by a lot of free wrenches. It's not a lot of fun. Shotgun's getting run down on one side. Greases should be going down pretty quick, though. Clobber this clown. Go ahead and give one of these guys the extra melee defense. They're definitely going to need it. Circle back around. Go ahead and turn and fire on this fire belly. Send the Turok back because we might be losing our Red Bull if we're not careful here. Here the shotguns might be helping out, but they seem to be a bit busy. Either way, though, that is a victory against Greases. Definitely of the close victory variety. We're going to run down to the remainder of these ogres here, and I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, decisive victory indeed. It went a little bit sideways there near the middle, but we pulled it out just fine. Not too much damage or anything other than the laborers, and our castle took a little bit of a wallop. Fighting Greases be like that. When he's holding his scepter, he has the full strength of one of the Sky Titans. He's no joke, on top of already being one of the strongest ogres in the entire setting. Banner of Swiftness, and we've got cashing out now. Like all tyrants in the end, Grease's Goldtooth proved to be nothing but a massive bag of hot air and empty threats. Basically got Pinata full of cash, 10% more trade tariffs, and 20% more income from the local province. Alright, I think from here, we'll come in and start upgrading his actual units. So we'll start with the Crushing Charge for upgrading his actual Bull Centaurs. Grotesque Mutations for even more terror sounds beautiful. Piercing Shots, or does Bandolier increase reload time? Nay, so we'll just grab more shells for the lad. Well, with the defeat of Greases, we should be able to push through and take his Great Hall. And we don't have any gold mines just yet, so let's grab one of those. I think Banner of Swiftness should go to our Demon Barge. It's now rocket-powered. I will grab the replenishment, even if it's just 1%. What new Banner of Swiftness? How lucky. And we could just go after Grimtop, though. Cut off any resupply from that direction. Alright, Gark, prepare yourself. Trotzar come for thee. 8% more weapon strength and 4 more charge bonus for our Bull Centaurs, so they're up to 56, doubled as long as they're charging into the flank. Or 44 doubled. So good. This Taruk, we're going to go ahead and give him a Wound Maker. Max that on out, then max out armor. Alright, you've got a Potion of Speed. I think the Demon Flask of Shock is much better. Get a nice Ruptured active ability, so we can just throw them into the middle of a group, weaken their melee attack down to as low as possible, then blow them up with some Hellhammer. Sword of Anti-Heroes I also like quite a bit more because it gives you magical attacks. Gambler's Armor, and combine these two up. Alice Bit of Endurance, pretty good. Go ahead and grab ourselves a Navigator, just in case we are out on the seas. For you then, Bruce, give you the Banner of Swiftness. And then a Spell-Wrought Scepter. Yes, indeed, you can have that one. Combine up these two scrolls of leeching. Got the Gauntlets of Azarok the Cruel. 5 melee defense, 10% resistance, and expert charge defense. If we have all of it, we get 10% more mass and 5 more defense. That seems really good on the likes of a Bull Centaur. So we'll give that over here to Gruck, Breaker of Backs. We'll also go ahead and give him some Gambler's Armor too. And instead of Fencer's Blades, give him also a Sword of Anti-Heroes. Just maximum bonkification. Alright, Astragoth, onwards to slaughter.
Rumta Orcs.
Rumta Orcs. Not quite what these guys are. Auto-resolve that one too. Almost rest in peace wings. We'll go ahead and simply claim this one as a factory. The Factory of the Great Hall. This is the gold mine here. Ultimate Gold Smelters. Oh no, it just becomes a gold mine itself, okay. This shaft cuts through a load of high-value gold in its rawest form, ready to be harvested. All the way up to the Goldsmith's Guild Hall. Take 500 income, 2 faction-wide Lord Recruit rank, and 1 faction-wide Hero Recruit rank. Pretty dang decent. We'll go ahead and upgrade the factory here, that we get walls in and protect our gold. I guess the Dawizar, or the Drossar, don't really care about gold that much in the lore. It's fairly useless to them. But they do like to stockpile it because it's not useless to the ogres. So let's go, speaking of, extra speed. Speed and piercing shots for you. Sweet. I do think we are a little bit deficit, or we're a little bit lacking in terms of heroes, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of Sorcerer Prophets of Fire, or whichever we might grab here. So Demonsmith Sorcerer of... Love one of Ashut. Vainglorious or Overconfident. Fanatical or Greedy. Exiled or Compulsive. Ooh, the Compulsive is good. I do like dropping enemy leadership. Let's go ahead and grab Dasminus, the Compulsive. And we're going to rename you to... Dwayne, the Compulsive. Or I guess, yeah, the Great Karazmonger. Yeah, there you go, Dwayne. Enjoy. And for you, I would probably like to make you a Technology Stealer, so we're going to go ahead and give him Skill Technology and a couple points into Specialist. Then send him straight away down to the Orcs down here. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and grab one of the others. Oh, so actually you need to be... I got it mixed up. So, I mean, you're going to be good at stealing tech, but that's not what I want him to do. So come on over here and join up with Earl. He's also a Sorcerer Prophet of Fire, so you guys can discuss the finer points of the Blaze. He's exiled, he's vainglorious. Post battle loot's pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. Sindra's the exile to make him our Technology Stealer. Exactly. And then we'll go ahead and grab a couple of Castellans as well, because they're really good at boosting up income. So we'll go ahead and grab them here at the... Not the Challenge Stone, it's past the east, thankfully. So we've got 2 more Castellans, so Materialistic and Resentful. I like this one. Morcamus Annihilitus. And we'll bring him over here to hang out in Uskulak. Exactly. Boost income, increase mobility, and then since you're going to hang out, may give him wound for dealing with enemy heroes that might come on into territory they're not allowed in. Let's get the increased walls here at Blizzard Peak. Better defenses the Titans notch as well. Down here at the Vale of Titans, let's go ahead and kind of do the same. So, better defenses kind of across the board. Alright. Don't want to spend too many of our resources on our new settlements. They're just really going to be gaining us a ton of raw materials, so we're just going to keep putting in more and more of the mines there. Alright, labor is flowing nicely. We'll go ahead and come on into Earl's squad here. Land, what we're going to build for him. It's nothing just yet. Through global. We're still kind of at cap for most units that aren't Bull Centaur renders, so we'll have to keep that in mind. Then you keep running back and forth. It's a boring job, but someone's got to do it. Alright, over here, let's go ahead and produce even more in terms of gold. Swing on down to Astragoth and we'll end our turn. Alright, that's the ruinous negotiations all researched all up. So selling weapons to Chaos's lesser followers means they can be tested in a live environment, and spreads the word of Chaos Dwarf's dread machines far and wide. Alright, Dipty's convoy is completed, so it gives us a nearly 4,000 gold. Also an obedient mutant. Your convoy has returned from the Chaos Waste with an impressive haul to show for their troubles. Silver Tower sorcerers had much to barter with, including a particularly powerful artifact your overseer is certain you'll put to good use. As well as a Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. Alright, let's go ahead and pull into here, take away his obedient mutant. That belongs to, at the moment, Earl. Earl and his obedient mutant. Also go ahead and grab, maybe not the Hellbound Standard, but the Banner of the Khanate, because we do have at least one Hobgoblin unit in there. They're going to be returning to the capital. Now that we have an additional convoy, we should probably go ahead and see about snagging another one, so we can get this dwarf who's connected to plenty of other dwarfs, or a sharpshooter. Extra missiles, and then more range for our missiles too. This is a very high-risk, high-reward convoy. Alright, we'll go ahead and send them out with gold. But where to? We haven't seen anyone over the Pale Sisters yet, but the Troll Fjord is going to give us a little bit more. I'm curious, what do we get from the Pale Sisters? Send them on over. The entry or the exit from Zardagrund is going to be dangerous, but hopefully they make it on out. If they don't, they didn't belong to the Drothzar anyway. They were weak. Okay, so let's go ahead and increase our raw material output here. And then in this province, I guess we'll do nothing for the time being. We're saving up our raw materials for the Temple of Ashut here in Uzkalak. Extra recruit rate for Bull Centaur renders in the local province sounds just the best. So those ogres ran for their lives. They're nowhere to be found. But we are going to continue to jump through the underway. I think we'll probably move in and attack the Demon Stump and start working our way up. So I'm going to have you come out of this into March. Still safe for now. Rosarza, you can take some seats from your neighbors. No, I'm good. I prefer to get those tier 3 seats, that way I can start confederating with my neighbors. As soon as you confederate with any of the other Chaos Dwarf factions, you immediately gain all of the way you go ahead and join up here with Earl. You get all of the seats that they had already claimed as well, which is amazingly good. Stayed for the territory for now, but now we get some eyes back on down here. You coming out to Uzkulak. It's gonna cost 1,600 there for that one. 700 here is really not that much of a deficit, so we'll go ahead and take a little bit away. Veil of Titans for a production plant. Nope, I think not. I see no more ogres. We're gonna come on down to Krakatin. Smack this, then we'll come on up to the north again. Leave our way through the mountains here. Sack the settlement. And this is when we already have one factory, one outpost. We'll go ahead and make this one an outpost as well. You got what tusks provide for us. Animal store. Fair enough. We'll take the gold and the ivory resource. It looks kind of like Greasus has just given up. He does have still several... What? Who are you? The Guards of Pig Barter? Org's holding the line. He probably has been since the very beginning of this campaign. Look at that. We are upgrading the mine there, so let's go ahead and send some guys back here. Nowhere else, really. Well, actually, we have plenty in the Bone Road. That's about it. 278, so next turn we should have enough for a tier 3 seat, which is just perfect. We'll quick look up at our province tab. This is kind of the best way. The Chaos Dwarfs need the province tab really more than anyone else. Mountains of Morn, we can go ahead and grab the upgrade to Krak Azorn. I actually like the idea. Is a steady trickle in the amount of conclave influence we're generating as well as the control for the area, which makes it quite useful. So we're going to come on here and ignore the tyrannical decrees for a moment and grab a living metal. That way we know this is being used. Actually, before I do, we can just come on up and grab reduced rations to drop upkeep by 5%. For everyone? Yes, please. Earl, we're going to keep you moving back and forth. Actually, I think it's time we bring your happy self on down and prepare to start building up for your fight. Exactly, bud. Yeah, we'll probably start pulling through. We have no outposts, do we? That needs to be our next goal. Getting an outpost there at Zardagrund gives us so many units, and including the tanks. They've got Zargrons. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so back down here with Astragoth, and first we'll give him his skills, then we'll end the turn. Alright, so final point into Crushing Charge, 12% more strength. And from there, Firing Drills gives them a heap more damage, but I think I'm going to grab the Black Shard Bulwark. Make sure we've got an actual proper, heavily armored infantry corps. Alright, Wound Maker for you. Franklin. Training and then spread control when we can. Dipty, we'll go ahead and give you finally cargo capacity. Cool. Then we'll have the turn. Hello, Drazowith. He would like military access. I mean, 1,500 is a fair bit of gold. You're also willing to give us a trade agreement, though, and a non-aggression pact. So we'll go ahead and do that. Get as much gold as you're actually willing to give us, and then we'll go for that one. Oh, do we just win? Oh, victory route to the culling. Alright, well done. Let's go ahead and continue our campaign, because we're not ending there. convoy encounter King Sephiroth. We can go ahead and seize their treasures, but good grief, that's a scary group. We also have maxed out cargo at the moment. Is there any artillery here? We've got the War Mammoth. They're going to get a little bit of damage on us with these Zeus Shabti Great Bows, but if we're nice and violent, we should be able to stop them. So we're going to go ahead and seize their treasure. Oh, we can just auto-resolve this group. Yoink. Yeah, you didn't do great, but I'll take the extra labor all day. Master Die Fireborn, and an old foe returns. Oh no. As the disciples of Hashut did battle with the teeming masses of greenskins arrayed before them, once among their number leveled their axe directly at Astragoth in a challenge, or one among their number. It was none other than the infamous Black Orc warlord Grimgor Ironhide. Unstoppable force yet met immovable object as Ironhide and Ironhand clashed, and all present stopped to witness the legendary duel. Yet Bestial's wrath was no match for the mechanical might and sorcerer's strength, and Hashut's favored emerged triumphant. Grimgor's fate must now be decided. We can enslave Grimgor, even get some bellicose laborers, and he's going to become available for recruitment, or we get cowed laborers, upkeep minus 20% for laborers for the rest of the campaign, looks like, and some blood-forged armor. But Grimgor Ironbound will become available for recruitment. Oh, that's so useful. 20% less upkeep. 15% less loss. And 10% more gained. Oh, but Grimgor. Alright, Grimgor's coming on in. Grimgor Ironbound. So he's got himself the Bloodforged armor, of course. Gitsnik, the Mecha arm. Roslar Justice demanded Grimgor's hand to be struck off for daring to raise against his master, yet Astragoth is prudent as well as just. He ensured his greatest laborer was outfitted with a mechanical replacement. So now he also has mechanical overdrive. 12 bonus infantry, 10% strength, okay. Because he needed that. He also has sorcerer's shackles. These chains radiate with Hashut's malign will and so subjugate Grimgor in perpetuity. Poor Grimgor. The Alpha One. Oh, you're meant to put him with a bunch of laborers. That's awesome. Alright, well, let's give him... What am I talking about? The Alpha Orc. Dead Ard, best of the best. Back with the boys. Before the Black Orc Rebellion, Grimgor was no stranger to Ard labor. He can teach the boys a thing or two. Eager in order. Inspiring presence, fight him in shrooms, and then from the front. Chain Gang. Grimgor's Clankers. 5% word save for laborers. It's going to be a squad of laborers. We'll probably put a couple of artillery pieces and maybe some big beasties in too. Let's go ahead and give him all of his uniques. And then points into replenish. Grimgor. An army may march on its stomach, but hungry troops fight with a greater urgency and brutality on the battlefield. Or do you, Lord us? Give us that mecha arm, the sorcerer's shackles for Grimgor. Oh, so he's a hero. They don't let him lead forces. He's a legendary hero. Well, that would make sense, I guess. Come on over here and join up with her all. It's better involved fight. Cool. The other side of that one was pretty good too, but having Grimgor as a hero is fantastic. There are so many top knots over here.
These shall be our
Yoink.
deeds.
Well done. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually pull up our other two victory conditions now. So we have finished Route 2, which was take out the Ard Boys, the Bone Rattlers, and Crooked Moon. Which we didn't deal with the Bone Rattlers. That was Kislev. So now we've got Hashut Wakes, getting 5,000 captives. And then controlling capitals of would-be enemies. And then Beneath a Steel Sky is controlling all of the Darklands. That we can do. We've kind of circled back around to doing that now. Alright, Bruce, let's go ahead and give you a single turn of...
That suit
I lied. We're gonna go ahead and start raiding our way across the land here. Oh, hello there, Toxide. This will be a little bit of an aggressive. So I thought this was a not permanent. So the laborers have 15% more weapon strength and 20 more leadership. They're terrified after what they saw happen to Grimgor. Alright, there's a camp, and then Blackheart. My greed wants to go after here. But smart say take the Valley of Horns. And with that seed, it allows us to pretty much always be able to sack and claim things, so we'll go ahead and yoink, do some damage, and turn right back around and add this to the Empire. Here we already have an outpost and a tower, so let's go ahead and get an outpost. Mountains of Morn are secured. Go for the Masterful Architects. For the time being, we'll add in the strip mine here. Alright, 6,000 gold is a lot, but it's actually doesn't go very far here with the Drossdar. Love to get the factory compound in here so we're maximized on defenses, but it only gives us one more Chaos Dwarf Warrior. Oh, I'm sorry, it trades the laborers for warriors. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and not rush construction. We can actually here send some guys back. As more treasury, we'll come on into the Tower of Czar, and let's figure out the slot we're going for. Let's go for the High Commissioner. Grab us that workload reduction and raw materials consumption reduction as well, so we should be just generating more and needing less. Yeah, by a pretty good margin. Alright, here in the manufactory, we've got even more goodies for the Kadai this time, so we can give them Devastating Flanker, which is always good. Chemical Remedies gives us 5% replenishment, up to even more ammunition for the whole army. I mean, these are all great. For all armies, it is. Okay, let's pull the Province tab one more time here. Yeti Peak could absolutely use some... We don't need the walls, do we? Let's go for the control. Gold. Blood Peak. Go ahead and upgrade. Veil of Titans is going to cost 1,100 of our raw materials, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay, how about you? Earl, we're going to have you keep moving on down. I was going to have him come on in and get some... Okay, so we can get the Infernal Guard now, just we only have access to one. Zornu School could give us those Bull Centaur renders as well. I'm thinking we'll just give him the Soul of Damnation. And call this army good here. Yes, we'll go Soul of Damnation, kick out one of these goblins for a Grimgor. Yeah, there's no reason to stay in. Yoink. Blinkaroon. Bring it. Grimgor on down. Perfect. Pull up our province economy tab here. And then we will go ahead and send some guys to the metal vats to be melted. Sounds good to me. Right, metal vats. Yes. And there we go. Unassign skill points now for our convoy overseer. So we'll give him... You're the one who's just completed there. So let's go ahead and grab the 2 final points of the wave finders so there's no ambushes. Ambushes are the least. My least favorite thing to deal with. Skill points for our Breaker of Backs. We'll give him speed. Morgan can boost income. Perfect stuff. We'll zoom through and we'll end the turn. taking down the Mountains of Morn. They did not put up much of a fight. Just the one army from Greasus for the fourth strongest faction. Alright, Imrik, is it time for war? It is time for war. Okay, we can do that. Let's bring the Conclave. They've got nothing to do anyway. Alright, Burning Wind Nomads are no more. Olaf, what are you doing? He's trying to fight someone through our faction. Okay, fine.
Honest,
We'll give you
I'd
the
rather
military
be
access.
Understood.
Fine. We'll deal with you later. Ooh, a new... This time a Khanate Assassin. Hobgoblins of the sneaky variety. And a Fireball. We're here for that. We'll give the Khanate Assassin down here to... Syndros, who's our tech stealer. Yoink. Perfect. We'll have him... well, I guess we can just keep stealing tech from here. 66% chance of the Blasted Expanse. Shoot. Savages. I'd like to try to break the Savage Orcs. Grimgor, can you make it? That's not... This is Grimgor here. No, but we can bring Grimgor up and have him assault these units. Get him, Grimgor! Mecha Grimgor failed. Does he actually have a mecha arm? No, he's a green boy. That's just a flavor blurb. Alright then, Earl. Time for you to have the fight of your life. We can steal Gitsnik from Grimgor. We're not going to. That seems too much even for us. Blade and the Sword of Battle. Take it back. I like the access to terror. Sword of Strife. Alright, well, let's give you the Executioner's Axe and use Sundering attacks. They're so useful. Ruby Ring of Ruin. Ogre Blade. Yeah, just missing armor. Kevin needs better training, and it's time to go ahead and clobber Muncha Ironjaw. Listen, he's got plenty of workers. And we need to bring him on in. Why can't I declare... What's going on here? Oh, we were in his area of effect, so if we declared war on them, we would be stuck. Makes sense. Let's go hunt him down. We're not going to call him to help this time. We'll deal with the top knots ourselves. Valiant defeat. Be a tough one normally. We'll go ahead and get Frenzy and more melee attack on the Skirmish Cav. Let's dive in. Alright. We saw start deployment. And we definitely want for most of these Savage Orcs to be kind of bogged up in one spot. We'll deploy you here. Couple of goblins in the back line. Stop anyone from getting through. More goblins up front here. Let's scrap. Orcs behind them. And then all of our Hobgoblin Akazas. There we go. And the Wolf Riders. They'd be up front and cause a whole sorts of problems. Enemy doesn't have anything in terms of flyers or cavalry, so we're real good to go here. Supposed to go up front, try to get that weakness to fire in wherever you can. Same thing on the side. A Rook, which we can definitely use to go after all the archers in the back. Same thing with these Red Bulls. Alright, let it begin. Go ahead and step up and get a shot in. pretty solid damage off those initial shots. No shields or armor on the Savage Orcs. They really, really struggle against arrows. Pretty much doesn't matter who they shoot at. Anyone's gonna be good eating. Keep them surrounded. All we've got is Cascading Fire Cloak. We really don't have that much magic. Have to use it on someone. Okay. It is a drain. More artillery crashing in. The fact that it does track is pretty useful, but they're doing their best to dodge it. On the side here, get you guys fleeing out of way so you're not getting caught. This way, boys. Perfect double hit there. Come on through. Guys, too, come on around behind. We want to get in on the flanks of those arrow boys because they are going to hurt. Back, go ahead and fall back. They will not feel good. Go figure. Alright, well these guys are ready to be lame broiled. Bring them on back around. Looks like they have their archers chasing off our skirmish calves. We're just gonna keep them moving. Rook, get in here and crunch this fool. Armor contempt for our front line. He's not a spellcaster, so we can't drain his energy. Alright, that's that. Red Bull. We'll give them some wings. Artillery, let's go ahead and have you switch targets and blast them right here. They've got very, very good aim. Bring them around. Saving our Kadai Fireborn as well, so let's drop them in here. Here they come. Give a charge there, works. Fireball in this side. Send these orcs in. Spicy boys, you keep deal with who you can. Goblins is exactly why we kept you boys there. There we go. Come on forward. We've got the Danger Noodles doing their thing. We're ripping apart the archers. We'll get the Red Bulls up. Red Bulls up, I said, after these Savage Orc boys here. You guys have the Frenzy Banner, so go ahead and see if you can't charge in for any amount of damage. Maybe a bad call. Go ahead and blow up this blob. Goblins held the line there like absolute champions. Throwing fireballs at their Savage Orc. Start blobbering who you can. That's a group that's nice and exposed. Ooh, run. And Spicy Danger Noodles are gone, so we'll go ahead and bring one back around. Red Bulls do struggle against Savage Orcs just because of their lack of magical attacks. Keep launching those flares. Go ahead and power up this group. These Red Bulls will go ahead and land. Well done chasing them off. Let's go ahead and get these two archers turned back around. Boom cannons. Let's not deal with friendlies too badly if we can't help it. Are you guys helping against these Savage Orcs? Armor of Contempt up front here. Alright, fireball into this big group. Archers keep getting the bigger squads of Savage Orcs if they can. Goblins catch them here. round. Careful on friendly fire. Let's start taking out these Arab boys in the back. Chase them off. Go ahead and give them a charge. Come on back around there. See if our skirmish cav can't do anything useful. I think we've got him. Looks like a fair bit of damage there, but I think we should be able to kind of come back and replenish in the settlement, no problem. We'll let our Wolf Riders do some running down to the enemy, and I'll catch you all in a moment. Alright, we secure victory against Muncha Ironjaw, and we'll go ahead and send his people back to work in the mines right away. Perfect. Well, Earl. We could then turn around and go after Turd, but I think that army is much scarier. Oh no, it's not, it's just nothing but Savage Works. Like in that instance, it is a little bit scarier. That's what we'll do, is we'll just kind of have him turn. Go for an ambush right outside of the Great Skull Lakes here. We get in the rail network. 20% more movement, lots more control. Still waiting for the Great Temple, though. Big challenge sent up to tier 4 gives us 5 more Conclave influence. Don't think it's really all that necessary. We can just go ahead and start sitting a few more lads on back. But actually, surprisingly, we have not a ton of excess labor right now. Alright, Grogganok Murderer. We're stealing so much labor from the area, so I'm just going to move on down towards the Demon Stump, see what they have here, and if they've got nothing, guess what belongs to me now? Ooh, you know what, that's a little bit scary. Emmerich coming out of the shadows is something I'm aware might happen now. Rick with the steel chair is ends quite a few people's campaigns, I think. Come on back over to the Great Hall. Hop in the defenses at the Maw Gate. Upgrade our spice market here. I'm taking the 5,000 income, but we need to make sure we are actually producing more war machines now. So we need to definitely increase the amount we're able to have. Hell cannons are going to cost 300 per. That's quite a bit. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more. We got 500 coming in, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of warriors. Couple of warriors. Blackfang, and how much danger would you be if I was to give you no walls? You're in a pretty safe spot. Let's just go ahead and go for the walls either way. I'll be safe than sorry. Gold sluice here. And no more upgrades to the stuff. The ambush can lure them in, but I don't know if we would actually win. So instead, I'm actually going to come back into the Great Skull Lakes, combine up a few of these orc laborers, and a good old merge. We can't merge orcs and goblins. They haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. And then, like I was saying, I do want the Blazing Beards and Bezrek in this squad. Exactly. We'll go ahead and grab a couple of orc laborers. Oh, we're maxed out there. Interesting. Well, until we have Grimgor in the squad, let's go ahead and just combine up those goblins, make sure they're as maxed out in terms of numbers as possible. Then we'll go ahead and grab one more of the orc laborers. And then manipulative, compulsive, income from post-battle loot. We like to see it. Selfish, fanatical, vainglorious, overconfident, exiled, or controlling. I guess I just want another lord. We can't afford them. Too expensive. Too expensive. Alright, well, such is the way. For our Hellforge, we should have gotten a few more goodies for our melee infantry. We've got Charge Reflection, which I think is fantastic, Frenzy, and then Spell Resist. Alright, cool. In terms of skills, we can give you Route Marcher. Now let's go ahead and grab Fireball and the Burning Head for getting rid of the rest of those Savage Orcs there. Bulgor for the Wacky UX. And then we'll go Scouting on Dwayne. Dwayne, the Expert Scout. Alright, cool. Let's just pull the province up tab up for just a moment. Anything else I gotta upgrade with gold? It looks like the answer to that question is no. We'll ignore all of that. Come on back down to Astragoth. Pull diplomacy up just real fast.
Slaughter the sheep.
Really, no one else wants to trade. Puppets of Mistral can go for a non-aggression pact. I think we can with Wintertooth as well. Make sure the trolls don't come over after us. We will take to the longships. Yeah, I would prefer to get trade rather than anything else here. Defensive alliance with the Jagged Horn tribe. And peace now with Greases. How much are you willing to give us? 7,000. Excuse me. There's no calling me a runt. There's only Doom now. Alright, Sindraz, we'll bring you back to steal from the Blasted Expanse. Jack Sparrows. And you're gonna be Knight of the North. Alright, we skip through. We're gonna come on over to Astragoth. Down to the Mountains of Morn, and in the turn. You will be trodden under Push's hooves. Only question is when. That's not as much as you're willing to give us before. Alright, Hellforge in a handbasket. Hobgoblin Wolf Rider is being ready to ride out with a resupply of improved Hellforge armory surplus for the convoy. While ensuring he delivers as much of his scrawny frame can carry, we also need to decide which equipment will give the convoy the greatest chance of successfully repelling any threats. Sharper blades for attack and strength, or clad and durability. Let's go. Sharper blades. Hold it on violence. Alright, looks like Grimgor, I keep calling him Grimgor, Greases is indeed just rolling over and giving up, which is a bit sad. We'll stamp this squad out with no trouble. We'll sack that. Turn back around and turn it into, likely, yet another one of our outposts. Gold mine, yes please. One into Grimtop, and actually we've got 2 factories and... one factory, 3 outposts, sounds good. Ivory Road and now secured, and we'll go ahead and pop in the building smokestacks. Walls to defend our gold for making more money in future battles, and it looks like that we've reclaimed the Mountains of Morn pretty well. Dawi versus Ogres was never a threat. So what's your plan there, Turg? He's now sitting in between, so we can either go after Dorshny Fort, which has 2 blunderbusses, so I'd kind of like to see him try. Grimgor join up with Earl here. We'll just kind of post up on the bridge. Alright, sweet. Sindraz, Steel. Love to see it. And with that, that's going to be all the time I have got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Astragoth Ironhand campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Subtron. See you on the next one.